Hey, how's it going? This is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. Um, I actually did a recording about a week ago before I sent this out, but I was going over some of my videos and I realized that some of them didn't have audio. And so I wanted to reshoot this and make sure that there was audio this time. So I apologize about that, but definitely wanted to reshoot this and make sure you got it. Um, so in this video, I just wanted to kind of provide some further insight with your website and see how we would be able to help you if we were to kind of work together on this. So, well, I mean, at the very least, maybe you'll get some insight out of it as a search marketer going through your website. So let me go ahead and get started. So the first thing I did was I pulled up your website on a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs is a tool that allows search marketers like myself to take a look at the metrics of a website and see what's been working for you and what's not. So what I can see right off the bat is that you don't have any backlinks pointing back to your website. Now, this is a big issue because Google uses this metric, the number of backlinks that are pointing back to your website, to determine how authoritative your website is. And authority is a very important metric that Google uses right now in its algorithm in determining how quickly and how high you rank up in Google's algorithm and Google search engine for the keywords that you're looking to target. So let me explain what a backlink is real quick. A backlink is basically any links that are pointing back to your website via a hyperlink. So for example, let's say that there is a blog out there that's called tacticalgearblog.com, and they go out there and in that blog post they mention your website and your business, and they say, hey, if you need any tactical gear, come check out www.gottacticalgear.com, right? And then if the person clicked on that link, it would direct them back to your website. So that's what we call a backlink. And believe it or not, Google actually tracks all of these different websites that are pointing back to your website. And they use this metric to determine how authoritative your website is. And if you think about it, this actually makes a lot of sense because when someone goes out of their way to provide a link that points back to your website, it's like they're referring business and they're referring their readers and their viewers over to your website. They're saying, hey, go check this guys out. Like they know what they're doing and you should go check them out. And so as long as the websites that are pointing back to your website are relevant and are good quality websites themselves with good metrics, Google likes to see a lot of these websites pointing back to your website because it shows that you are an authority in the space. You're the kind of website that a lot of other people like to refer over to. And you're popular, right? A lot of good quality websites are saying, hey, go check out this website. This is the kind of website you want to visit, right? And so Google, in their algorithm factor, decided that this is a very important metric. And so if you don't have any backlinks, if you don't have any referring domains pointing back to your website, you're just going to have a very, very, very hard time ranking for anything in Google. Um, Maybe if there was virtually no competition, you could get away with just doing on-page SEO elements on the website. But outside of that, if you don't have any links, it's just very difficult to rank highly. So you just want to shoot for about 200-300 referring domains and about 1,000 to 3,000 backlinks. That's really going to put you in a space where you're showing Google that you want to be a key player in this industry and in this niche, and you deserve to be at the top of the niche for the given phrase. So this is something that we can definitely provide as well if you're interested. So this is an estimate of the number of people that are visiting your website, and what I wanted to show you over here real quick was this right here called the Keyword Explorer. What this tool does is it allows me to look at the metrics of a given keyword. So it tells me like how many searches per month that a phrase gets, as well as how difficult it is. Now, this is on a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the hardest. 100 KD would be something like if you were trying to rank for Facebook. Can you imagine trying to rank for the phrase literally if someone types in Facebook and trying to rank for that? That would be how difficult it would be rank if it was like a KD of 100. So you can see how the phrase tactical gear has a search volume of about 49,000 searches per month. Now this actually tends to be less than what it actually is. That's a good ballpark. And the KD is a 46. But what I really wanted to show you is some of these other kind of very near keywords that have decent amount of volume but way, way, way less keyword difficulty, meaning that it's a lot easier and a lot quicker for you to be able to rank for these kinds of phrases. So imagine it kind of like it's like a low-hanging fruit, right? And so this is actually something that's been working out really, really well for our previous clients, and I know is something that would work phenomenally well for your business as well, right? So what we do is, sure, tactical gear, that phrase has 49,000 searches, but it's got a KD of 46. That's the kind of thing where you have to spend like a year to 2 years of SEO to even start ranking on the first page, right? But check this out. Tactical assault gear gets 4,600 searches per month with a KD of 1. So virtually no competition for this kind of phrase, something that you can very quickly rank for. And so that's the kind of low-hanging fruit where there's not a lot of competition, where you can swoop in and start collecting a lot of this traffic and start converting them into sales and build out your foundation based on these lower-hanging fruit on your way to target the big keywords like tactical gear. You know, there's nothing wrong with going after tactical gear, but you know, I like to be, well, I mean, here at Mr. and Mrs. Leads, it's not just about, hey, we're not telling you, like, we're going to promise you the world, we're going to do this, this, and that, you're going to be able to do all this, it's going to happen all within a month. We know it's not possible. SEO is something that takes a long period of time for Google to go look and recognize that it's an authoritative website and slowly give you credit that way. Right? So that's why when you search up something and then maybe a week later or a day later you search up the same thing, there isn't a lot of changes in the actual rankings. That's because Google doesn't want all of a sudden for you to type something and then the next day type something and it's completely different. You know, there has to be some level of consistency. And so organic searches and ranking organically is just one of those things that just tend to move slower. But once you're at that top spot, you're going to be there for a while, especially as you continue to do your SEO, and you're just going to get a free traffic, right? Because it's not paid advertising where you're paying for every single person to click on that. They're just visiting your website organically because you just happen to rank highly for that kind of phrase. And so tying that all back in, our goal is to make sure that we're bringing in more leads to you and more visitors and more sales, and show that we can give you results instead of sucking money from you trying to rank for the phrase like tactical gear and you're not seeing any results for the first year or two, right? And so this is just something that has worked extremely well for our clients, especially in the short term, and that's the kind of results we like to show our clients. We want to show them as results as quick as possible that we can within the confines of Google's algorithm, and we know that this is something that works. So yeah, we focus on these lower keyword difficulty, decent volume, and if you think about adding all these up, they get pretty close to about like 10,000. Like 10,000 searches per month, visitors per month to your website, or even half that. You know, how nice would that be? And so you can kind of imagine see how our methodology is. And I can talk about the specifics about how I would go about building it out. I would actually build out an inner page specifically targeting each of the keywords and go from there. But I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll wrap it up here. If you have any questions about anything I said, I'll leave my phone number at the end of the email that I reach out to you. That way we can chat. Otherwise, we can just kind of talk back and forth via email as well. But I'd love to work with you in this because, as you can see right here, there's a lot of places where there's low keyword difficulty, and there's a lot of potential for a lot of visitors to go to your website very quickly. So this is definitely something that we can do for you, and it's just a matter of getting the ball rolling. So let's do that, and look forward to talking to you soon. So at the very least, I hope you got some insight, and look forward to talking to you then. Thank you.